with the project with the longest title, at least at this year's lab, The Woman Who Assassinated the Minister of Space and Tourism. I invite Noam And Yoav.
Thank you, Gabriel.
I didn't know that I have to say that, but please put down your cell phones. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Gabriel. Thank you, Renan and Ifat, for having the opportunity to do this lab. And because I'm going first, so I'll also use the. Don't start the clock yet, because no, this is off time. Because I'm first, so I use this chance to really to thank the lab for this opportunity on behalf of myself and my friends, and also to wish you luck. You're all very talented and nice and funny people. And, it was a pleasure for me to be here in this lab. I'm Noam Kaplan, the writer and director. This is Yoav. You already met him. You already got the award. He's my producer. A few years ago, we made a film called Manpower. Was also pitched in one of these rooms, maybe not this one. And, this one? We were also first back then, so.
And we also didn't get the prize then.
Didn't get the prize, but we made the film. And the film was good, I think. It was good. Anyway, Manpower. Manpower was about men, about 4 men, and the main character was a police officer in this unit that hunts down and deports illegal migrants from Israel, from Tel Aviv to Africa. And many people had a problem with that because he was a good guy. Huh? He was an ordinary guy with his own problems, family, money problems, etc. He was a good guy, and it was a problem. It was complex. And now in this film, the woman who assassinated the Minister of Space and Tourism, actually the actual title is The Woman Who Interrogates the Woman Who Assassinated the Minister of Space and Tourism. But then the catalog couldn't fit in the catalog the name, so they shortened the title. So that's the title now. But anyway, the main character is also, she's a secret service, the only women interrogator with the Israeli Secret Service. And, you know, there's I guess I'm attracted to this kind of men, these people that, you know, we sit here, it's very nice, we talk about films, and we have the air condition, and we see films, but literally 10 minutes walk from here, we as Israelis send people to do the dirty job for us so we can enjoy this nice atmosphere and arts and that. So I'm attracted to this kind of people who are, you know, they do the dirty job for us, okay? So it's, again, a kind of a behind-the-scene look on this very tense political situation. So the main character here is Nurit. She is, as I said, a woman interrogator in the Israeli Secret Service. She is unhappily married, she has no children, and she's insubordinate, she has a big mouth, she's suspended, and now she's called back to service in order to interrogate Yafa. Yafa is a young Palestinian who quite easily, I might say, shot and killed the Minister of Space and Tourism in a hotel not far from here, just like this one, in an elevator. She was caught and put in confinement, and she's been interrogated, but she keeps her mouth shut. She's silent. And she's not your ordinary kind of terrorist, okay? She's young, she's a woman, she's from a good home, and it's a tough nut to crack, so they need Nurit to try and penetrate her And well, for weeks they sit in this room. It's a small room, and most of the time they talk. It's a battle of mind. It's like a chess mind, okay? When Nuri tries to penetrate Yafa and really try to understand her motivations, who sent her, why she did it. And she must get her confession, okay? She needs her to sign the confession that she did it, because quite early in the film we know that there is no question of who's done it, okay? They don't need any more evidence. Everything was videotaped, it's in a hotel, security cameras, etc. So it's not about who's done it, it's about why, and it's about this absurd situation while she needs her to really confess, sign a confession that she did it. Now, I was thinking about it. Well, my daughter, she has this runny nose now because of the air condition. Again, I'm speaking about air condition. I hate air condition. Anyway, she has a runny nose, so I cut this onion and I put under the bed in a jar, and it works, by the way. It takes 2 nights, but then it works. Anyway, I was thinking about it that when Nuri tries to penetrate Yafa, it's like you attack this onion, okay? You peel it, and you peel it. And when you peel it, sometimes, you know what happens. Sometimes you cry, okay? And they form this kind of relationship, which are, the boundaries are crossed. It's becoming more personal relationship rather than this good cop investigating a terrorist. I think now it's a good time. We see a little scene that we had to do. And I'm happy we did it. Now I can say that. Let's just watch the scene. This is maybe 5 weeks into the interrogation already.
רגע. מה לז'ריק? אמרת שאת לא אוהבת את המשקפיים שלך, אז הבאתי לך עדשות. مش بحاجة ليش منك. איך שאת רוצה. בכל מקרה את יפה גם עם משקפיים. הבחור הזה שמסר לך את האקדח, נור, היה לך איתו משהו? שכבת איתו? אני אגיד לך את האמת, ילדה. אני מקווה בשבילך שזה מה שקרה, ששכבת איתו, ושהיה לך סקס טוב. כי עד שתצאי מהכלא, אם תצאי, לא כזה פשוט להיות בתולה בת 45, אולי כבר בלי מחזור, מבינה?
בתולה בת 45 אני כבר לא הייתי בטוחה.
אני לא מאמינה לך. למה יריד בו?
בסקס טוב? את מדברת עליי עכשיו או על עצמך?
אני מש מסביתק, יא בינתי. ראית פעם מישהו מת?
תقولي ليش يا بنت.
אם את לא ילדה אז תעני. ראית פעם מישהו מת?
خلاص.
כן או לא? طيب. القليل يحوطي العدسات يا بنتي. ليش عنيدي؟
אני לא הילדה שלך.
معك حق. أنا متأسفة.
אז מה קרה לך ברגל?
יורם אומר שזה קוץ, אבל אני לא בטוחה.
בגלל זה את ככה היום.
איך ככה?
מעצבנת. אתה יודע, אני יודעת איך אני נראית.
למה יריד בו?
במי?
בן אדם מבוגר לוקח אחריות על המעשים שלו, ואת מתנהגת כמו ילדה.
واحدة عجوز وبشعة وبديش أحكي معك.
אז עם מי תדברי?
زحمانة بدي حمام.
תתאפקי.
وين راحت هاي؟ كس إما راح أقتلها هي كمان.
Just I will now tell the ending of the story. Anyway, okay. So Yafa, she won't confess. She won't confess. She will go to prison for life. And in that moment, Norit brings to question Yafa's mother. And you know, there's nothing else to talk to but motherhood. Because the thing is that what strikes or what Norit goes through into this interrogation process is really that you know, she meets the daughter that she doesn't have really in Yafa. Okay, so she brings in her mother, and she questions her about what is it to be a mother really, and then maybe, you know, and then she's ready to move ahead and really do something, take action, because the tension between words, and there are plenty of words, not only in the title, huh? There are plenty of words in the script, you read it, and the tension between actions, about killing somebody, between the deed and the word is in the heart of the film. And when the words are over, for Norit it's time to be active, and she manages to change her life. Anything else?
I just wanted to say, maybe you can already feel it, that Noam has, in my opinion, a unique cinematic voice, ironic, but without judgment of his characters. And it's a political film, complex but political, and we know it's not easy to finance it these days in Israel, because even the name of the film is a bit disturbing, and it speaks Arabic and Hebrew, but we believe critical films must be made, especially now, so this is why we came today. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Now the jury is invited to give feedback, or maybe you have a question. Katri, I saw the mic. See the mic.
Morning. I read the script very carefully, and it's really well written, and the dialogue and everything. Just a comment, not I think that in order to make Nurit a more round person, as a person, and also in your presentation, I think that the point of the kind of relation that she has with her husband, I would have enhanced, because her husband is not just her husband, but he has a very specific job, if one can say so. And I thought that maybe this part of her life maybe should be a little bit more enhanced in order to understand better Nuri, and then also later on the kind of dialogue that she has with the mother of Yafa. And I think it's a point there that I would put a little stronger in the story.
Thank you, Kato. Should I answer this or not really?
I think it's a comment, it's okay, you can just take it with you. Let's collect more comments or questions, yeah?
Thank you very much for the presentations. And in the script there are very long dialogues, and as you said, many words, and everything, although a big part of the film takes place in a small room. So my question is, I think visually speaking, the film is a big challenge. So how are you going to deal with the shooting of the film in these small places, with the rhythm of the narration, and also later on with the editing?
Yeah, that's maybe the biggest question about this film, really. How do you deal with this long dialogues? Do you change the style, or do you just you know, let them have it? I was thinking, well, there are basically three big parts of dialogue, which are basically three, how do you say, מערכות? Act three. It's almost like three acts. So each one we shoot a little bit differently. Maybe one of them will be with no cuts. One of them will be with a lot of pen shots. I was thinking of making this shot of a pen that goes from Nuri to Yafa, a pen that goes only in one direction, if it's possible, if you understand what I'm saying. I have all kinds of thoughts. Also thinking about this aspect ratio of 4:3 to be more intimate with the characters. And also there's one more thing that it's in the script, but sometimes hard to imagine. It's a room, but the room changes 3 times. Each set, it changes. First we have the Nurit's room, then it's been renovated, so they go to another room, and then they go back to the room, but it's pink. Because pink calms down offenders, So we also have that to help, deal with this really long dialogue scenes.
Maybe we go for a last jury remark.
Yeah. I had another question. You said the movie is about the dialogue between. It is the dialogue between the two characters, Nurit and Yafa. And it's true. It's a long dialogue, but it's full of humor. It's really subtle. But when I read the script, I thought the movie was about Nurit, actually. And you haven't talked about her much. And the end of the story is not about guilty or not. Is Yafa guilty or not?
It's not.
It's just how Nuri is looking at her life and changes everything. And what would you say about Nurit? And what would you say the spectator understands of her life? Because you don't say much about her. And I liked the dialogue. I thought it was really full of humor, and you know a lot of things from small details. But I think it's very subtle for the spectator to understand where is the tension in the life of Nuri, which is the subject of the movie, from my point of view.
Yeah.
Try to give a short answer, Noam, then
okay, short.
I take others.
Okay, I'll
Thank
try
you.
to make it short. The shortest one is say that Nurit is in a midlife crisis. You can say that, and Nurit is in a stage that she is afraid. Okay, she's afraid. Well, Yafa is in prison, but actually Nurit is the one who's jailed in her own life, and she needs to break out of that jail. Her relationship with the husband, she needs to unmesh the abusive relationship with her mother. This is what she needs to overcome. Nurit, she's very smart. She's experienced. But she's also a little bit scared, a little bit afraid of life, and this is what she has to. This is what she breaks out of because of meeting with the assassin and assassin mother. This is what breaks her free, makes her. She can go on now.
Becky Probst wanted to add something.
Yes, I just wanted also to add, like Laurent, what I'm missing, this is a rapport de force between two women, right? A challenge between those two women. What I am missing when I was reading the script is I wanted to know a little bit more about the background of the two of them, I have no idea why is Jaffa like this, why is Nurik like this. You see, that's my point.
Okay. Yeah, well, the thing is that Jaffa and Nurit are practically neighbors, okay? For us Israelis, it's easier to understand because we know the location, which is maybe 12 minutes ride from here. They both live on a hill that a valley separates them. Now you could use to walk there. Now there is a wall there, but you could really walk there. You can walk to Jerusalem. So they are neighbors. Maybe that's a little bit background that, you know, what else?
I think it's okay. You can maybe. Is it okay if I stop here because we're running out of time and the others we need the time too. But I think you get the points and you will have the chance also to talk deeper in the coffee breaks or at lunch or during the one-to-ones. And so don't take it personal. We could listen to you for hours, but we have a format. It's basically